Gamera is really neat. Gamera is filled with meat. We've been eating Gamera.
Welcome, I'm the Kaiju no Kami, and today's review is Gamera vs. Jiger. Jiger, however you want to pronounce it. Either way, there really isn't much to say from a production standpoint because it was just, oh, let's make another Gamera movie, other than Jiger is a female kaiju, the first that Gamera has ever fought. So with that said, moving on to the movie. Our movie begins by introducing us to Hiroshi, played by Tsutomu Takakura. Hiroshi is with his sister's boyfriend, who works as a translator at a currently under construction World's Fair that is going to showcase various historical relics from across the world. From there, we get to meet our other two child stars, Kelly Varys and Catherine Murphy, who play the Williams siblings Tommy and Susan. Their dad is in charge of removing a strange poster from the statue, known as the Devil's Whistle, from its site on Wesker Island. Gamera shows up and, well, I'll let you witness the absurdity for itself. Oh, and what is up with that jaw? It is huge! A volcano erupts, luring Gamera away like a dog with a squirrel. Upon returning to Japan, Tommy and Susan tell Hiroshi about their adventure, and he tells them about his.
バカなカメラが人を襲うなんてもう少しで僕たちのテントは踏み潰されるところだったんだ嘘だカメラは子供の味方なんだぜそんなこと言ったってもう信じてあげないわ違うんだよカメラは意味もなく人間に妨害なんかするはずないよ
Meanwhile, Jiger rises from the dig site on Wesker Island. Oh yeah! Gamera returns to battle the monster when he is taken aback by Jiger's rocket power ears. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. Look at that! Anyway, after the battle of the plastic, Jiger nails Gamera and darts away. Back in Japan, the boat crew has gotten sick from the Devil's Whistle, so a helicopter is used to carry it to land. Unfortunately for them, Jiger glides her way to Japan? Can that get any cheaper looking? Oh, yes. It is revealed that she is from the ancient Mu civilization.
古代ムー大陸の伝説に登場する大魔獣、すなわち悪魔のように恐ろしい大怪獣のことだそうであります。
What is he doing?
No.
しろ早くカメラ来ないかなきっと来るよ私も来ると思うわ
Wait a minute, so Susan is on the side of Gamera now? That's not how she acted earlier in the movie.
嘘だカメラは子供の味方なんだぜそんなこと言ったってもう信じてあげないわ
What the f... Gamera finally removes the nails from his legs and arms. He then returns to Japan to face off against the horny menace. You know what this fight reminds me of, actually? I'm thinking of the fight in A Christmas Story with Scott Farkas and Ralphie.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah, that one. It fits so well. I mean, it's exactly how I'd see a kid fighting a bully. Jiger spikes Gamera's body with an unknown STD, causing Gamera to stumble away. He reaches a beach and falls over as his color starts to pale. I want a color changing Gamera toy too! Do you change colors in water? You don't? Well then what good are you?
現在までのところ、世界各国からバンコク博目当てに予約したホテルや航空会社、キャンセルの通知が次々に舞い込んでおり。
Hold on a minute. Plane and hotel reservations?
で、会場でも壊されたらどうなるんです？
You're being attacked by a giant monster and that's all you care about? Ugh. Hey kids, do you not mind dying on a vacation? Come to our hotel resort where you might get stepped on, but you'll have fun doing it. Neither the military nor a highly educated professor can figure out a solution until the children tell them how to do it.
でも僕たちジャイガーをやっつける方法を思いついたんです。石像に触った人が病気になるのはきっとあの石像に毒薬が染み込んでいるからだと思うんです。だからその毒薬を調べればきっとジャイガーをやっつけられると思って。
X-rays are taken of Gamera and sadly they discover the giant turtle has cancer. Oh. Ooh. The poor little guy. He has cancer. Ooh. We should take a moment to pray for him. Wait, what? Just kidding! It's really a larva of some sort that Jiger impregnated him with. A plan is formed to remove the babies, and guess who decides to perform this operation? I bet you can't! What's that? Tommy and Hiroshi? Are you a barbarian? What is wrong with you? Who in their right mind would allow children to, Ow. So Hiroshi and Tommy go on to this fantastic voyage in their yellow submarine. Come along and ride on a fantastic voyage. Come along, ride the boat with the The duo soon reach Flesh and leave the submarine to search around.
何かいるみたいだぞ。あ、やっぱりジャイガーの子供だ。逃げろ。ほら、助けて。しょー。死んだらしいね。雑音で死ぬなんてどうなってんだろう。
Interesting. What song was playing? Turn it off! Turn it off! Tommy and Hiroshi report their discovery and Operation Speaker is put into motion. I'm not kidding, folks. They actually called it that.
他に手がない以上、そのスピーカー作戦の準備をしてください。
The kid uses a phoenix down on Gamera and the monstrous mutant assaults the rampaging Jiger. Gamera darts out of the way of his attack and unsuccessfully tries to roll into him. Gamera plugs his eardrums, thinking that will save him from his subconscious, to protect him from Jiger's loud beam attack.
They taste like burning.
Make sure to tenderize that meat, Gamera. You don't want it to be a little bit stringy.
The meat.
Gamera then retrieves the devil's whistle from the bottom of the ocean and uses it to give Jiger a splitting headache. A celebration begins as everyone waves Gamera off for saving the day once again. So yeah, that was Gamera versus Jiger. Overall, it's not as bad as it could have been. The plot is kind of generic and the characters aren't really worth talking about, but the execution is at least better than most. This is probably the best Gamera movie since Barugan, although that may not be saying much. There are a lot of really nice looking miniatures to be found, especially during the scene when Gamera is stumbling to the beach after being stabbed by Jiger. It was an interesting idea to have a monster inside of Gamera.
Oh my.
But the implementation leaves a lot to be desired. I just don't feel convinced that the kids are actually inside of Gamera, as nothing seems organic about his interior. Gamera's design is alright, but the lower jaw is way too big. He has one hell of an underbite in this movie. It is a bit better than the pancake look of the last several movies, but not by much. Jiger's design screams Baragon ripoff, but at least the monster was terrifying. I like the idea that she could infuse her victims with her offspring, but it doesn't make much sense for her to have it if there's only one giant monster to infect. Was she from a world that was filled with giant monsters where this would have mattered? It was an idea that was handled poorly and underutilized. On the other hand, having sound being able to defeat the monster was intuitive and adds points to this movie for creativity. Speaking of sound, the music is done once again by Kikuchi, who continues to provide an average score that works for an average movie. There isn't anything spectacular to be had with the music. The lovable yet hateful theme also returns. Oh, and if you did not realize this, Hiroshi's dad is played by Ken Omura, who was the cop in the last movie. He does give another solid performance despite having so little to work with. The rest of the cast and characters are pretty forgettable after a few hours. In fact, I have forgotten them already. In the end, Gamera vs. Jiger is just another movie in the Showa Gamera series. There isn't really anything worth talking about because there isn't anything spectacular here, but there isn't anything really degrading either. It just exists because it does. Again, like the last one, if you have seen every other Gamera movie before it, it's definitely worth checking out. If you're not a fan of the series, this is not going to win you over. So, whatever. Until next time, 2 Showa movies left. Bye.